Hi, everybody. It's Lolly Lewis. I'm the founder of Amateur Music Network, and I'm here today with Edwin Outwater. We're so excited. Hi, Edwin. We're so excited about your conversation with our AMN Curator David Landis that's coming up on October 23rd. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here now and also look forward to talking to David very soon.
Yeah. So you have been super busy, Edwin. I'm really excited to see the PBS show, the 50th anniversary of Kennedy Center. That must have been really a blast to work on. Can you tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about it?
yeah, I was the producer and musical advisor of the Kennedy Center 50th anniversary special, uh, and it was a wonderful experience. There were over 70 different artists involved in this program, and so wrangling all of them is really something else. And I absolutely loved working with it, and the Kennedy Center kind of does everything. So how to fit, you know, all these different genres of music, from classical to opera to hip hop to jazz to R&B, to you name it, into one concert with kind of a coherent narrative and kind of a message of what the performing arts are in America in 2021 was daunting, but I was pretty proud of it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. That's for me, that's tomorrow night, right?
Me too.
The
Yeah.
first. So I hope everybody has seen it by the time you see this. Edwin, I think one of the hallmarks of what you do, what you just said about bringing all those disparate strands of American music together in a coherent way, sort of is a hallmark for you in your career. And I was recently rewatching the Metallica show at Chase Center, and what I loved about it was how much fun you seemed like you were having, and how much you were just uh, letting yourself just take all those elements that you wouldn't think go together and make them not only go together but create something more out of these different elements.
I mean, that's the way it's always been, right? Music evolves by grabbing things from other genres of music and also the world around you. And so for me, it's not really hierarchical. Like I think like music, classical music does one thing, rock music does another thing. They all do it so well, and sometimes there's overlap, and sometimes the genre of music does something that the other can't. And to be able to jump into other genres besides classical music, since I'm essentially a classical musician, not a rock musician or a jazz
Right.
musician, is a treat for me. Um,
So I know that David Landis, who's going to be doing the interview on October 23rd, is he's just a wonderful
yeah.
and erudite interviewer, and it'll be really fun for you guys to have that conversation. Are there a few things that you want to touch on in talking about not only your career, but where you see, sort of what your aspirations are, what the future is? What are the kinds of things you might preview for folks in terms
So
of?
one thing we could talk about is my work at the San Francisco Conservatory. Um, Now beginning my second year as music director of the conservatory, and the first year was COVID year, and we did all sorts of interesting projects, and maybe talking about what we did during COVID, and also where the institution is headed, which I think is a super exciting thing for people here in San Francisco and the Bay Area. And I think that's kind of where a lot of my attention is at the moment. And also what kind of the arts in San Francisco, there's a lot of change right now, a lot of new conductors. I almost am the elder statesman, of SF conductors. Everyone is new these days, and or one of the elder statesmen, and kind of what my take as someone who's been around a while in the art scene, and what I see happening in the near future, and the maybe not so near future, um, with the arts in general in the city.
Yeah, that's great. Also, I know that you're working with the McKee Foundation for a special event at the end of October.
That's right.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's a concert called Devilish Inspirations, which is just an evening of disturbing haunted piano music for Halloween. and with a lot of wonderful players, some of whom are laureates of the McKee Foundation, some of who are well-known pianists like Sarah Cahill, and we're playing spooky music, and it's being hosted by me and drag sensation Peaches Christ. We often appear together at Holiday Gaiety, at SF Symphony, and we're really excited to host this for this really amazing cause. And we shot it down at Peaches' haunted house, which I should also plug, the Terror Vault, which is at the Old Mint, which is this theatrical experience, which is now opened and people should go check out. It's an amazing,
fantastic.
only in San Francisco kind of experience.
Yeah.
You know, to go from drag to heavy metal to Schubert 5 this week is kind of my something I'm very lucky to be able to do.
Yes, and we all are along for the ride, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. So this is just a small preview of all the different facets of your life and things that we'll be talking about with David Landis on October 23rd. Edwin, thank you so much for this preview.
Always a pleasure, Lolly. See you soon.
See you soon.